Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moogle Go Around. I've forgotten the number we're on now. Suddenly, I'm dumb. This is a great... We've been talking this entire time, and now I've screwed up the start. 236. I wanted to say 350, but for some reason, I thought that was wrong, and I'm completely wrong. So, yes, welcome to Moogle Go Around episode 236. We're back, Paul. We're back. How you doing? How's your day going?
Busy day. I woke up. I was like, I'm going to get the story done today. I'm currently doing the story as we speak while doing the podcast, so I get my first hand. But nice. I was doing story, and then it was Skull Showcase for Warhammer with all the Warhammer video games. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to react to that because, you know, I was like, what would Chili do if something that he liked? And I was like, oh, fuck it, let's do it. So I did it, and I enjoyed it. A lot of great games coming out in 40k, which I might start up on my personal stream at some point. So
Paul_Bun?
Cool stuff. At Paul_Bun, yeah. And I was like, this was interesting. And then I had to WoW raid where we were at the last boss and hell. It was the one that had the secret mythic boss. We had the secret phase, and it is so much fun. We're just like laughing our tits off at all of it. So it's quite fun. And I had to go make food, and I was stuck in a fucking queue trying to do the last the trial. So it's quite funny. But yeah, how have you been today, Chili?
Not bad, thank you. I got some work done like usual. Got some emails sorted out. I did some videos. I recorded 3 different videos today, and then found out I had 20 gigabytes of hard drive space. So I had to delete stuff to make space. So that happened. Oh my god, hard drive space is one of the biggest issues I face. I'm not gonna lie. I'm always running out. Like, it's insane. So yeah, I got that. Then I got some videos. So I got a video out. Apart from that, I'm excited. I'm doing some scrims tonight in PvP, which will be the past by the time this goes live. If you're watching this as on the podcast catchers, so this will be so hopefully the scrims went well. I've also got 1v1 matches tomorrow, which will be in the past again, probably by the time this goes live. So yeah, I'm excited. But
see, Chili's doing what I did a couple of months ago, where I was doing the PvP stuff for like season 1 of the Squires League and then season 2 of the Squires League, and now Chili's actually getting into the PvP like party scene.
But yeah, no, I can't wait. Like, I'm excited. So I don't know why they want me in scrims. I'm not even that good, but hey, we'll see. And yeah, the 1v1 stuff, I'm having fun as well. They've been teaching me how to duel in PvP. So I can't be White Mage because White Mage is banned from the duels. Paladin is banned. There's quite a few jobs that are banned. But so I'm learning Warrior.
Nice.
So yeah. So yeah, it's been fun. And yeah, I'm learning Warrior for the duels. It's weird. I don't know how much I can talk about it, but yeah, Thank you to my teachers for helping me out. And Chris just man, I wish I had that many hard drives, Chris. I only have 2, 1 external one and 1 internal one. I wish I had that much. I wish I had all that space. Oh my god, look at all that space.
But speaking of Chris,
some sort of physical disk drive of some kind, man. What kind of magic mysteries is this? Ooh. Anyway,
well,
welcome our guest, Chris.
Hello. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been last here. No, I have I don't know when I bought this PC, but it's old enough that it still has not just a physical drive, but a one that I could burn CDs with and DVDs, I think.
Oh my
Something
god.
I don't think the youth know what that is and how cool that used to be back in the day. But no, I have like two external hard drives. The PC came with 2 hard drives, and I think I used to have a 3rd internal hard drive as well, but that died recently, so I actually have less space now than I used to do.
That's all my space, but I need to delete some stuff in the external.
Oh god, I would die. I would so die. Anyway, yes, I'm back. Hello. I have been incredibly busy, not with streaming or doing YouTube content, which I would like to go back to one of these days. But first, I need an actual desk before I can do anything. Chili knows what I'm dealing with right now, and it's very funny.
I play on a desk and I've got 2 trays with everything on it. So
my monitors are currently on moving boxes.
Yeah, my mouse and keyboard on 2 separate TV trays. That's how I play.
Nice. So yeah, I am back. I was told we were doing story stuff and talking story stuff. And I like the story, so I'm here.
Yes, that's doing good. Well, we do have one thing I want to bring up. I was going to check out the news to see if there's anything to talk. By the way, the news document is just Chili can't remember new words, so that's pretty much the notes for the. But no, I do want to bring up one news topic because there really hasn't been that much news recently. I know there was the event, but that's already happened. So, you know, as much as I'd like to cover it, is the G-Commence has already happened. But if you have been taking a break from Final Fantasy 14 and you would like to play the game, like one of our friends of the podcast, Rinny, has been coming back recently with her partner. You can log in for 4 days between May 15th to June 14th, 2026. So if you want to play the game, you've got a chance to play it for free right now. If your subscription's been over, I think 30 days, right?
Think so. 30 or 90, like it's you
think it was
have to have
90.
been away for a little bit for sure, but I never had to think about the return campaign, so
Yeah, Andy
I have I have taken breaks from the game, but the only time I ever think about the repaint is for other like friends who haven't played the game in a while. So I'm like, go play the game again, and then they don't do it, and I'm like, why don't you do it?
I
Was
will
it,
say, sorry, carry on.
I'll just say like Rinny just beat Endwalker, so but they don't really care about the story, so they skip. And I say like you can do whatever the hell you want. It's a fucking video. But I told them to like watch like the last cutscene where you're beating the crap out of Xenos because I just thought it was good to watch.
That is always good to watch.
Hey, I'm a big Xenos fan, so I don't like that part, but I do. I like that part because I get to fight him, but I also don't like it. But it also looked cute because I'm a Lalafell when he's so massive. So it was hard to take that part serious.
Yeah,
like,
it was such a great cutscene of like just like, oh yeah, I may be like a samurai or I may be like she was like a dancer, and in the end you just like, oh fuck, your skills just going to a big fucking punch up. It's like, oh okay, fair enough.
But just imagine that scene, but now with my Lalafell charging at him, and like this is the size of his ankle.
I have seen that cutscene from a Lalafell point of view because I think I've seen the Jesse Cox clip of it, and it looks so hilariously stupid. And you actively see that they're just replacing the character models for the cutscene, obviously, duh. And just how much the system struggles with the idea of having to put a tiny little Lalafell in the same space as like a full-blown Rugadin. And it's just like, we can do it surely, and it just does not. Like, the idea of that punch actually doing anything to Xenos is hilarious.
The game just pops up while we're editing the cutscene, saying, "Are you really sure?" Just a notification.
Remember, you have a free Fantasia.
Yeah.
We've got 2 free Fantasias you can go get.
It just blows up your character model to like 3 times the size if you're a Lalafell, just so it feels impactful.
So it's like a giant toddler fighting fucking like small action figure.
But
I mean, technically they've done that with this patch with the Alliance Raid with Shantoto. So, you know, it can be done.
Yeah.
Large.
Large and in charge.
I mean,
but speaking of the 24, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
It felt very easy.
Judging by the amount of times I died when I did it, and I've only done it once so far because I'm gonna be frank, I did not care much for the Alliance Raid this time around. I still wishfully think back to Mist of the Realm and wish we had in Final Fantasy XIV lore Alliance Raid back again and not more and more collab stuff. So also, I haven't played Final Fantasy XI yet, so I have barely any, like, my brain isn't functioning, I apologize. I have no connection to any of these characters. Obviously, I've heard of Shintoto, I have heard of Windurst and Juno and whatever, but, like, those are just names for me. Like, I don't know. So I didn't really have any connection to the raid at all. And I apologize if you can hear the outside.
It's all good.
No, we can't hear anything. At least I can't.
Thank God. That was the loudest motorcycle I've ever heard in a while, and it felt like right outside of my window. So I didn't care much for the story. I skipped through most of it, but I enjoyed the fights nonetheless. They were fun. But also, I died so much. So often. I think I died like 20 times on the first run I did of the latest walk. Which wasn't a walk. It was a rehearsal because I died so often.
I died a few times to Shantoto. I think that was the main one. But yeah, I like to do random facts while I'm doing the Alliance Raid, like just to confuse people. Like I was talking last time when we got to the second area, I'm going to butcher the name, even though I played it. Whitegate, as it was basically called back in the day, where there was two teleporters, right? Because unlike 14, where you can teleport anytime you want, 11, you either had to have a white mace to teleport you around. Well, okay, this was back in the day. Now they've added like easier to teleport mechanics. Like you don't need it as much as you did back then. But back in the day, there was limited amount of teleporting options. Anyway, there was two. I was talking about this randomly. There's two Tarus, which were Lalafels, in that zone. One of them would charge you a gold piece, which doesn't sound expensive, but in 11, that was quite like it was not. I wouldn't say it's expensive, but like you could have used it for other things, really. And then there was another one that was his apprentice, his little brother, that would do it for free. But do you know why he would do it for free?
Oh,
because he didn't know this. Because he didn't know the spell properly. So,
oh no,
you would warp, but sometimes you wouldn't warp to the destination that you wanted to go to. Like you'd be like, "Oh man, warp me back to Windows, please." It's like, "Okay, and you've arrived at East Saratobutra, the zone just outside of Windows."
Well, at least it's just outside of Windows.
Yeah,
so
it was
isn't
really
like,
close.
welcome
but
to
like,
Juno.
Yeah, you would be close enough, but like he wouldn't. Sometimes he wouldn't get the spell right, and you'd be just outside the zone area or whatever. Like I think Juno, there was 3 different areas you could arrive in, but they were all the zone line of Juno. So,
Sure.
but yeah, it was just like. And like the Medusa
I like
monster.
the idea of that.
Yeah, I do as well.
I
I thought it was
really
cute.
like the idea of that, but I think I hate it in an MMO.
Yeah.
In a single player game, I would love that because it adds flavor and like world building and stuff like that. I think in an MMO where I'm just get me where I want to, especially in an MMO where you de-level if you die, I would be like, please get me away from this.
And then the Medusa enemy, you fight Medusa during the raid. She had a gaze mechanic just like in 14 does, but the difference is if you get hit by the gaze mechanic in 11, you became naked because she would unequip all your gear. So you would have to re-equip everything.
Oh my god.
Which in 11 wasn't that. 14 would be a pain in the bum because you'd have to open up the equipment. But you had so many equipment macros in 11 that there's a huge chance you probably just had a button that you could probably just press and equip back everything basically anyway. Basically, every job had like 500 macros. So like,
I heard that.
You had a macro for like White Mage. You had a macro for damage. You had a macro for healing. You had a macro for sitting down. You had a macro.
Macro for sitting down?
Well, yeah, because the only way to get MP was to sit down. You had to sit down to get your mana back. So you would then macro in different equipment so that you would have higher MP restoration while resting. So you had a macro for sitting down.
So speaking of 11, wasn't there also news recently, not only that there was more updates coming to 11, but also a discount on the sub or something? Or like a return campaign for 11 as well? Like
there's a free login campaign going on right now, just in like 14, where you can log in for free for less time than 14. But yeah, you can log in for free for a limited time as a returner, plus a few other things. Plus, they're also thinking about updating the free trial, because currently the free trial is time limited and you can only go up to level 50 in that time limit as well. But they're thinking about making the whole base game free and also raising the cap to 75 for the free trial.
Oh.
I will say, I hope when they mean base game, they don't mean the base game, because the first expansion, Rise of Zilla, added so many areas that, in my opinion, if you cut those, you're ruining the experience of Final Fantasy 11, because so many places you would go to level in when it came out was in Rise of Zilla, because the base game came out only in Japan. And then a year later, it came out in North America. But the North American version included the first expansion pack. So for them, it was the base game because it had the base game and the expansion. And then,
I mean, it would make sense for them to be like, hey, here, have everything up to, I don't know, insert expansion here for 11. Because first of all, I can't think that the game is making so much money that they are like. I mean, it's making money. Don't get me wrong. Yeah,
they've had to lock 3 different servers because they've reached the capacity of the server.
True, but like they wouldn't hurt for that much if they were like, here, have like, I don't know, like 80% of the expansions as part of the free trial, which is basically what 14 is doing now. And 14 is arguably making a little bit more money than 11.
I would think it would be fine if they included base game, Rise of Zilla, and Chains of Mafia, and then maybe extend the Treasures of Ugin later. But I feel like those 3 expansions, especially considering the fact that it's funny, I think it's still true, right? Imagine this, right? You beat the story mode of Final Fantasy 14 and you get a ring, right? The ring is level 30, but the ring is still useful 20 years later.
That's
You can
insane.
because the ring had a level up mechanic. Basically, as you leveled up, the stats went up. So
Oh, okay.
it capped
Like
at
the
75, but like
Menfina ring?
what's that? Sorry.
Like the Menfina earring,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, like that. But
It's something
imagine
similar.
like you got that from beating the story.
Nice.
Yeah. You got strength plus plus 2 to 5, dex plus 2 to 5. I know these sound low, but Final Fantasy 11 didn't exactly have the highest stats. Like
Sure.
store TP plus 5, which was insane. That was crazy. Store TP and subtle blow plus 5. Again, that was crazy. Basically, unlike I'm gonna have to go to 11's combat system a bit here. Unlike a 14's combat system where you just press buttons and actions happen, 11 was you had to build the TP up, kind of like the upcoming Beastmaster job that's coming in later this year. You had to build up your TP, and then once your TP reached 100%, you could then use abilities. Store TP kind of helped you get more TP per hit. So rather than it wasn't exactly 5%, but like it gave you more TP per physical hit. So that's why store TP was good. It's why Samurai was a really good job because it had store TP as a trait. So Samurai had that as its thing. Yeah, Samurai was the king of like solo weapon skills because they could have abilities which increased their TP. They also had abilities which reduced the cost. So normally like you'd get to 200% TP, it would use all of it to increase your damage. Samurai had skills where it would limit it to 100%, so you could then use 2 skills in a row, meaning it would be a little bit less damage, but if you do the right weapon skills, you could solo skill chain, which would then increase your damage.
Oh.
And just like how we have to build up TP to do actions, the enemies also have to build up TP to get actions. And if you get hit, and if the enemy gets hit, they get a small amount of TP per hit. So that's how tanks would build up TP as well. So they wouldn't get much TP per swing as a melee, but because they're getting hit, they would also build up TP passively from taking damage. Subtle Blow, which was a monk skill, would decrease the amount of TP you would feed the enemy, like a reverse version of the store TP.
I see. Okay, that's cool. That's very cool.
That was how it
worked. One of these days, I'm going to play 11
in the simplest way. But yeah, the Raja's Ring is still useful at level 99 because of the store TP and Subtle Blow. Like,
I can see that. Especially if you want to do things like halfway solo.
Why Samurai was such a good solo job, and Beastmaster as well. Beastmaster and Samurai were fun. Monk/Samurai was a fun combo, but a lot of people would just go Monk Ninja. So because it was easier not to die.
Ninja, the weirdest tank in Final Fantasy 11, from what I've heard, because you just had so much evasion that you didn't get hit.
Well, you had the skill.
Well, like you had just
Yeah. You had 2 skill, Itchy and Knee. I think there's Sand now, which basically one created 2 shadows and one created 3 shadows, even though that's what not those numbers mean, but that's what they did. Even though Itchy means 1 and Knee means 2, it meant it did 2 and 3 shadows for some reason. I'm going to guess that was some sort of mistranslation. But
which is weird because those are the Japanese words, so you don't have to translate them.
Yeah.
So, Itchy, Knee, Sun.
Yeah. But one of them gave you 2 shadows but had a longer cast time. The other gave you 3 shadows but had a longer recast time. So you would balance between the 2, so you would take no damage. So eventually added the ability that if an enemy AoEs you, it would take all the shadows, sort of thing. So, but yeah, funny enough, Square Enix promoted Samurai Ninja in the same expansion, and Samurai was supposed to be a tank. They promoted it as a tank. They're like, this is our new tank. Samurai is the new tank. And then Ninja got announced, and they're like, this is our DPS. Look at our DPS. And the players found out this combo of Itchy and Knee, if they built enough haste, that they could keep the shadows up pretty much all the time, but just spam provoke to keep hate. Like, because every time your shadows get hit, you lose hate. So you would just spam provoke. So you just.
So Ninja turned into a tank, and Ninja turned into a tank, and Samurai turned into DPS somehow.
Paladin needs DPS there. She knows too much. Hey, Car Pants. Oh, man, I wasn't even looking at the chat. Sorry. She knows. I don't know enough. I need to know more. Man, Car Pants. That's the name I've seen forever. How you been? Man. Oh, my God.
You know a lot.
I don't know that much. Paladin needs 9% DPS. Yeah, I want more Paladin buffs, okay? I love Paladin, man. I'm hoping you're still here. Hope you've been well, Car Pants. Oh, my God. But no, Ninja and stuff like that was, Anyway, let's move on before I ramble too much about Final Fantasy 11. But yeah, I enjoyed the Alliance Raid for that reason. Like Primafia, the fight Primafia, I was so looking forward to that as a fight. I was like, oh, please be a fight. Like either him or Absolute Virtue, or I guess the Pandemonium Warden. Either of any of those three, I'd been happy with. But the fact that we got Promathia, which in my opinion is one of the cooler fights, like the Pandemonium Warden was cool, but the location wasn't as cool as Promathia. Promathia, where you're fighting above the planet, is just oh my god, it's so cool looking. So yeah, I'm happy.
I did the fight, or I did the Alliance Raid when we were still had the planet below us, and I was like, is that Vanadil? Is that the world of Final Fantasy 11? Because obviously I don't know it, but I assume it would.
I'm gonna guess it is. Again,
yeah.
Oh my god, because that was how it was in 11 as well. That is exactly how it was. You fought above the planet. It was so cool.
I love that. I loved when we did that in the Emerald dungeon. The end still want that dungeon to just teleport into that zone and just seeing quote unquote Heidelin Theris below us, and I loved it in the Alliance Raid as well. I haven't done it since, so I don't know how they changed it, but I know that they have changed it.
They've just made it darker.
That's fine.
But you can.
So it's still there. You know that it's still there,
and you can still see it from the edges as well. You just can't see it like from the middle.
Directly. Yeah. Oh, okay, that is fine.
If anyone wants context for Mafia, just think of Final Fantasy 11's version of Zodiac, basically.
I like the fights. Definitely cool. I like them more than the second walk. I don't know why I still don't enjoy the second.
I mean, I know why I don't like it, but it's because they ruined Kieran. But that's just me.
Fair.
Like the cool thing about Kieran in 11 was the fact that he summoned all the different, because you had to fight the Four Lords. You beat the Four Lords plus a few other things, and then once you beat them, you fought Kieran, and Kieran spawned the Four Lords during that fight, and they had less health than, of course, the normal versions, but they had all the same mechanics. Like Siryu and Suzaku, like all had like 100 Fist, Chain Spell, like all that. Like they had the same mechanics. And with this, because people kill it so fast, you don't get to see more than one or two, even with my level.
I was like, I couldn't even tell you that that Kieran spawned anything. I do not remember it, and I don't know if I ever saw it either, because I didn't do it on release.
I think even on release, you didn't really see that much. You only saw like maybe like one thing he summoned, maybe two if you were in a bad group, or people that just had like low DPS, and it was like, oh, okay, wasn't there supposed to be more?
Yeah, that was my problem.
Yeah, and that's the problem I have with the 24 match. Right? It just feels way too easy, where it's just like everything's just a little bit of a tank and spank with like a little bit of mechanic. Where we did, copied factory, and that is still harder than the nowadays 24.
Damn.
Where people are actually dying, but it's taken a long time for us to do it. And
copied factory wasn't even hard.
No, people were still dying to it. Still puts out damage than not even the new ones are doing. It was just interesting, and I was like, wow, we really just breezed through this in under like 20 minutes. I was like, oh, okay, that was the new 24 man. Okay. So I was like,
the Cartopens is still in chat, but they're raiding currently.
They're raiding. What are they raiding? They still play
to see it though. Seriously. Oh man. But yeah, no, I enjoyed the Alliance Raid series, obviously, because my history with Final Fantasy 11. I
nostalgia factor, right?
Yeah. I don't like the new boss though. I don't like the Shinryu evolved thing. Like the Shinryu is from 11, but the second phase is new, and I would rather just have Shinryu the entire time. I'm sorry. I know that's biased. I know they just wanted to tie in with the story, but I don't like it that much. Like the music's good though. I'll give it that. The new music was good, but like,
how did you like the mechanic with the jumping up and down all the time?
I thought that was cool.
I thought it was cool. We need more stuff that I think it was pretty simple, but I like the idea of more vertical mechanics rather than just left and right. I thought it added something new. I feel like they could add on that in the future.
Oh, 100%. With the added of like we're losing positionals. Like, well, I say losing positionals mean like,
they're getting rid of them most of the time.
They're getting rid of them. And unless you're a poor dragoon, then you kind of have to like every time you jump, it ignores your positionals. But if you don't have a jump, you still have to do like this positional to get certain stuff. But that's what they said on the development stream. But I think they'll change that. Just be like, yeah. But like losing that, I think it's going to make them have a lot more interesting fights, not just to play around the player base that like, oh, the boss needs to not move. The boss needs to stay there so we can get our positionals for melee. Now it's just like, do your worst. Make the worst boss, and just go with it.
I liked it in Doom Train with the elevation changes. That was fun, cool. I haven't done
Doom Train
the
was good.
EX. I haven't done the EX version yet, so I can't say how insane it is there. But like, it's fun. Obviously, it's a little bit quote unquote annoying because like it interrupts your GCD rotation a little bit because it's not perfect 2.5 seconds or whatever.
But again, that's what they're getting rid of as well.
True.
I suppose.
And it was one of the funner part in Diamond Weapon for me as well, with the platform switching around. So I like it. Give me more of that, and obviously just give me more fight design. Period. So them playing around with the elevation changes was cool. I remember people hoping they would do something like that for Anima. It happened. Anima was a dungeon boss. But hey, maybe in an ultimate version at some point, that would be funny. Imagine elevation changes. You have to deal with those, like actual elevation changes, in an ultimate fight.
I would like to see them do more kind of like ads. Do you remember? I think it was like one of the first. No, it was like one of the first bosses of Omega. No, was it Omega? Or was it Alpha? I think it was like Alpha Scape, where they would take a tank and a DPS to go fight in ads, kind of get like sucked away. Go kill an ad, get sucked.
Oh
back.
yeah. That was Alex.
I
Yes,
want.
that was
I
Alexander.
want more of that, but have it to where you have to split the groups into like groups of 4 or something like that, and go off and have to kill ads and come back and do stuff like that. I think it would be a lot more fun because again, I've been playing WoW and we're on the last boss of WoW, and they've got that like mechanic where you got the memory game mechanic, and I thought it was, oh my god, this is great. Why don't we have something in like Final Fantasy like this? And also they have like the because I am a crystal bitch, and what means a crystal bitch is that I hold on the crystal and I'm not allowed to take damage, or it does raid-wide damage to people. And I thought that mechanic was so good that I think, why don't we have that in Final Fantasy, where a person doesn't stop you from doing DPS or anything, or doesn't stop you from healing and all that, but to grab a thing, to have an extra mechanic to, I think that'd be cool in this game, but they might not take that much of it, because I think the last boss of the expansion of WoW is just so good. It's just a really well done boss. It's hard, but it's also simple.
We had, I think it was Elegant Rod in Avatar, in like original Coil, where you were not supposed to take any damage while you had that debuff on. You did. Once Elegant Rod would go off, that the damage you took would be an AoE around you.
Yeah.
So we had stuff like that once upon a time, just a casual 12 years ago. Don't worry about it.
Casual.
But yeah, just give that back. Like bring fun stuff.
Yeah,
like
bring back Elegant Rot.
Stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. Like
bring back some like mechanics that actually you have to kind of use your brain, not just move here, move there, or like okay, we need to pick up this, drop it here, stuff like that. I think that'd be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
By the way, during one of the fights in the Alliance Raid, you get teleported to 3 different locations. I'm going off.
Sure.
Those are actually based on Promathia, me, and Dem, I think. Me, Horror, and Dem. But you talk about mechanics, made me remember there's one of those fights. I can't remember which one it is off the top of my brain, but there was one you had to go through, and then you fought a boss, like at the end. You were capped at level 30, but one of the bosses has an AoE sleep, like in Garuda.
Sure.
But the only way to beat that boss was to poison yourself before the mechanic. And I don't mean like, the game gives you a poison effect. No, you had to bring poison pots with you and drink your own poison pot to poison yourself so you could do the mechanic.
That is both cool and ridiculous.
But yeah, people in party chat were like, in group chat, like, use your pots now. And you're like, what? Use your poison? Yeah, poison yourself, everyone. Everyone drink your poison.
Everyone drink your poison. That is cool. No, I'm like, one of the main things I'm really, really excited. They are finally free of the shackles of the 2-minute meta, and I cannot wait to see what the hell they're gonna do with that. Like, both in terms of job design, in rotation design, in abilities, but most importantly in terms of fighters. I cannot see what they're gonna do with that, because it's been tough, guys, the last couple of years. Especially as someone who has tanked quite a lot. Not this expansion, Savage, but like in Endwalker, I did most of the raid tiers as a tank, and holy hell, the amount of times where my 2 buff window would line up with a tank buster. If I had $1 every time that happened, I could pay for the rest of my existence. Honestly, it's been insane.
Because I think this raid tier was, well, to be fair, this entire like raid for the expansion has been good because it's had different mechanics, and it's always been the fucking second fight that has been the most annoying.
I haven't raided so much this expansion, but like from what I've seen and from what I've done, God, are the fights fun! Oh my God, I want
They are
so
like,
bad to do them.
we had Honeybee Lovely, we had the whole heart mechanic system, which was really cool.
Yes.
Then we had the ads, which was with Yan and stuff like that, which brought the meme of Yan.
Yes.
And then this one, it's the, as Chili likes to call them, the bro job bros.
I mean, we all do that.
I don't. I just call them bro. They're just them 10.
The bro job bros. With their cool Sum 41 music.
Yeah, and they have some like interesting mechanics and stuff like that, which is cool because, you know, most of it is splitting the party and then having to swap over it, which is really cool. And then you have obviously the static breakers, which are usually the third one. I have no idea what's done Tyrant because we still haven't done M10. Hopefully we got to Enrage this weekend, so I think we got to like a 6% Enrage. So hopefully we complete it.
Fingers crossed.
And go to Tyrant and then see what's happening there. But the whole 2-minute and stuff like that, because I'm in that slump because I've played every role this expansion. I played tank, I've played healer, and I'm playing DPS now, and I'm like, no job right now excites me because they all kind of just feel meh. And then when I saw this evolved mode and seeing what they were fucking cooking with, I'm like, oh,
I cannot wait. It's like I already know that people are probably going to complain about, oh my God, they ruined certain job here. If you look hard, and you'll find they ruined certain job here for every single job. Most of them will be fine. I know that it will shake up a lot of what I like about a particular job, but I also know that when they revamp PvP to be with the new skills and everything, I have said so many times that the PvP jobs actually felt like the jobs now and had like actual job identity, and knowing that the guy who made all of those PvP changes doing Evolved has I don't need all of my 25 million buttons that I have currently on all of my jobs. I just want the job to feel like the job. Like, I don't think they're gonna take that away. I think they're gonna double and triple down on all of these. And I just give me now. I am sad that I have to play the current version for another 9 months or whatever before I can play with Evolved mode. This is the
I mean,
worst
you can play
part
Evolved mode. It's
about
called
waiting.
PvP.
Or Viper.
Yeah.
Or play Viper.
I mean, I do, and I enjoy Viper quite a bit. And I already said it to one of my static members of like, Viper and Pictomancer to me feel like Evolved like is obviously they did both jobs before they did Evolved mode, but I'm pretty sure that they were basically the testing grounds, so to speak, for Evolve, because they are like 80% of the way to Evolve mode already, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they're probably going to still change them, but like...
but I don't think they're going to change them that much. I think just added flair and obviously like a new skill here and there, because everyone's felt when we're going up to 110, which I kind of don't like, because it kind of reminds me of what happened to WoW. Because remember, like I think when Legion came out, wasn't Legion like 120 when it came out?
I don't know. And
it's like,
I was gonna say I never played WoW, but I tried out the trial for like an hour or two, so technically I have played WoW. But like I'm not gonna count that, so I never played WoW.
I did the raid on WoW in Shadowlands, but everyone told me not to because I was doing it on controller. And it was funny because it was like playing DDR. I healed that. I was a decent healer and we cleared it. So, but yeah, it was like, oh my God. WoW on controller then. I think it's been fixed a bit, but oh my God. Healing the Alliance Raid was like, I have to heal a person in party 3. L2, R2 square. Okay, now I've targeted them. Like, I had to remember combinations that, oh my God. Paladins just want to say, without saying the Paladin, we're perfect with 9% DPS and 50% more. I don't think Paladin needs more in mini generation, but I'll give it more DPS. And more magical
What
range
do you
and more
mean?
healing.
They do. What do you mean? Do you know why they do? It's because they are the main tanks now. The
Yeah.
warriors, the gunbreakers, and the dark knights. They need to be the bottoms that they are now, and they must let the main tanks handbag, and they must hold it.
I'm
Which
gonna
is just-
quickly. I'm gonna slightly change the topic here. Otherwise, I'm gonna go on a rampage and a rant about they should just delete tank stands entirely from the game. It doesn't serve any purpose anymore. Story.
I'm just going to say that
7.5.
Well,
Yeah, no,
before
go
we
on,
move
please.
on, though, I will say I'm just going to say the fact that I don't expect off tanks to be that much different than the main tank. Like they've always been.
It's just the counter system. It's just the counter. That's what they say. Counter. Like
Yeah,
Paladin's going to get if I counter at this time, I get to do a move. And like,
I'm going to call you now.
The new tank.
I'm going to say that new tank is probably going to have the same mechanic as well. But yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to not clear content just because you got 2 off tanks. I still feel like no matter what jobs you bring, you'll still be able to clear content. It's not going to be as people seem to make it sound like it's going to be affecting the gameplay much more than it actually. I don't think it's just going to be easier if you do a main tank and off tank. Just like how if you do content right now, if you bring a shield healer and a pure healer, it's easier than bringing 2 pure healers. That's it.
I see a raid coming in. Also, I already know that the community is going to be annoying about the off tank and main tank thing, and is going to for no reason insist all the time that there is a main tank and an off tank in everything. Just an EX trial where I'm pretty sure it doesn't need one, and they might actually be like, well, my off tank needs to be a warrior because reasons. So the community or part of the community is gonna be annoying for a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. As you said, it's gonna be the same as always. You can still clear the fight either. I think it's gonna be even easier than clearing a fight with 2 pure or 2 shield healers, because let's be honest, 2 shield healers are still a little bit weird because shields don't fully perfectly stack with each other.
I was just trying to give an example.
I know, absolutely. And I mean, they made the reference themselves, like the comparison themselves. That like, hey, it's a little bit like shield healer and regen. I think off tank, main tank distribution is going to be not as strict. I hope. And yeah, it's still going to be easy to be like, hey, I'm bringing an off tank and the main tank, but the roles are actually reversed because I want my warrior to main tank this fight and my paladin, because paladin actually has some ranged abilities, so they can deal with off tank duties for a while the main tank warrior is just standing in front of the boss and keeping them where the boss needs to be or something. I don't know. Like, I hate that they're calling it main tank and off tank, is basically what I'm getting at. I wish they said it, or I wish they had named it differently, because main tank and off tank is such a ingrained mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
And it's going to confuse people a little bit.
Oh, 100%. I am interested a bit, but I'm like, I think we can have something different. I think it should just be tank roll, but the paladin have like a small the paladins and the new tank, whatever it may be, can be it.
It's basically a mitigation tank versus a like a shield tank, so to speak.
Oh my god!
Isn't that the
when Dark Knight was supposed to be a parry tank? Farm remembers parrying farm remembers. They say.
Oh my god! No, I mean you can still parry. I'm curious what they're doing with that, because I can see them going like, hey, if you successfully parry as a Dark Knight, you get to do something cool. That would be nice.
No, because then they would be in the main tank.
Yeah, then you'd be in the main tank again.
That's like the whole reason. Like Paladin and this new tank is becoming the main tank. It's because Paladin always has a block percentage because it has a shield. Yeah, so that's why they're doing it. Oh, with the counter mechanic, with it. Oh, when they block something, they get to do something.
Because if you block normally, right? If you parry block normally, you just do damage. If you do it with precision and by playing on your correct data center rather than playing on a different data center with latency, you do some shiny attack instead that does more damage. So yeah.
Sorry, that hurt my brain then for a second.
I'm just saying that I'm not looking forward to trying to do the parry windows on NA if I'm playing Paladin. Okay. if I'm trying to get criticals.
I think it'd be like, you know how your Sheltron, it'll be like going through like Sheltron, like you do Sheltron, and then can you get you always get blocked.
Yeah.
She'll be blocked and be like, okay, cool, now I can use this move. Like how old Shield Swipe was. If anyone remembers Shield Swipe, when you blocked or parried, you got to Shield Strike.
I mean that they're bringing that back basically.
Yeah, basically
it's literally that.
Along with this newer tank, which could either be like double shield with like shooty, or it could be like shield and a hammer and stuff like that. So we'll see.
Hammer / Mason shield is probably. I'm sticking to the fact that I feel like it's going to be a solar weapon and the shield, because that way they can reuse the paladin assets rather than making a completely new second weapon. Because then
also
they can just slap the new job onto the paladin shield.
Yeah. Oh, they can also reuse whatever they're cooking up with Beastmaster, technically, because that's the same.
Yeah.
Like
so
anything that would be
axe, right?
Shield and Axe, yeah. Which is part of the reason why I don't think it's gonna be one-handed weapon and a shield, because then we would have 3 jobs with one-handed weapon and shield. It's a little bit boring. But like we also have insert any type of sword here, and that's half of the jobs currently. So like, what am I saying? We'll see. I love the idea of a double shield.
Viper is just 2 tiny versions of the paladin sword.
Viper is a version of 2 giant daggers turned around your like as a ninja, basically. Like turn those daggers around and hold them correctly, and you're suddenly a Viper instead of a ninja. So like,
I think I would like to see that, or I think I would like to see either a Morning Star or a. I think the Morning Stars with the ball and chain, and that could be cool.
Yeah, because I think the issue with Mace is that doesn't White Mage actually have some maces low level?
No, they have wands and stuff like that. No, they don't have. And you can get like a mace like looking things for like I think warriors and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I think so, but having like a kind of cool Morning Star, I think you could do really good weapon fix. But again, they don't like to do chains and whips, like because of the effect.
But like, I can also see Yoshi P being like, "Oh, look how hard it would be to animate a whip, and then next FanFest, boop, whip." Because
we're getting the tank preview. That's what we're getting. We're getting the tank. So
I know.
Sorry. I'm just laughing now with Koji the next FanFest after this. If it is a whip, Koji coming on stage during the dev panel saying, "Yeah, I just googled whip." I know it has nothing to do with it, but
he was already there. Like he obviously has researched whips already, and he was like, "Huh? New job? New job?"
Oh my god! Watch out the job while they were giggling the succubus.
Yeah, the job trainer is just gonna be Vamp herself, because why wouldn't she?
Yeah, but she didn't really use whips, so that's the thing. She just used a lot of kicking and blood balls.
You know,
and she'll drain you.
Maybe she branches out. Yeah, maybe she branches out in her cult. You don't know.
I mean, technically, yeah. Balls and chains do come down from the ceiling, so.
Mechanics, by the way, I just want to clear this up. These are mechanics, okay?
Yes. Sorry.
Sure. But I think having like the 2 shields, obviously seeing what we are seeing, having it kind of fit the Magitech feel, because they said it was like it's supposed to be the originally from Final Fantasy 14.
Yes.
So Magitech, probably 2 shields with like gun.
Magitech is from Final Fantasy 6. Yeah.
6, yes.
Yeah. Magitech is Final Fantasy 6.
Did they have 2 shields?
No. I don't think they did. It was I'm just saying the Magitech itself is from 6. You know, the thing we had.
And has been used in other Final Fantasies as well.
Which, by the way, was eventually originally going to be a companion. That's why it had a name in the story, because it was going to be a companion like the Chocobo, but that got scrapped eventually.
Oh.
So that's why you name it in the MSQ.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be supposed to have to summon and fight with you.
I mean, technically, it's still with us. Technically, in mount form. Technically, just in mount form.
So, Paul, I assume at this point you have now finished the story.
Oh yeah,
you are the one who has.
I finished like 15 minutes ago when we were still talking about Final Fantasy 11.
I just want to do one last Final Fantasy 11 thing that kind of fits in with the story we're doing recently, the raid. One last thing, and then I'm going to sharp about 11. I promise. I forgot about this was a thing, right? You know Shantoto.
Yes.
Yep.
You could actually do a quest in 11 that one of the options was you could call her mummy if you called in the quest, right?
How
Yeah,
did you know this?
I read about that. Yes.
And if you call her mummy, you will then get the title Total Loser that you cannot remove unless you go to an NPC to pay to get the title removed. It's stuck on you
Yes.
until you go to an NPC. So you get the title Total Loser if you call her mummy.
Which is like the best thing ever. Like I saw posts about this on social media and like different gaming websites of like people actively getting that title back every time they acquired a title or something because they were just, I don't know, enamored with Shango or like the idea of being called a total loser. And
Yo, sorry, I know we don't redo this on the podcast, but man, thank you so much for the gifted subs, Car Pants. Car Pants has just gifted 5 subs. But any money from this is actually going to go towards FanFest. So again, thank you to all the gifted subs. Congratulations. And the people that actually see in chat often. Well, most of them anyway. Thank you to Ace the Gamer. Thanks to Car Pants, Ace the Gamer, Morgana, Chris, Foxy, and Akula, the Shark King, all have got gifted subs. So thank you so much. And we're actually in Hype Train. So thank you for all the love and thank you so much, Car Pants. By the way, I don't know if you know Car Pants, but last month was actually our 10th year anniversary of Moogle Go Round. So thank you so much for all the support over the years. And thank you again for the gifted subs. Thank you. By the way, remember, if you're watching us live on Twitch.tv and Moogle Gun Radio, you have a chance to get stuff like this. So come catch it live. So anyway, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much. And congratulations. I'm just happy it went to people that watch. Right. It's so weird when the gifted subs and you see names that you don't really, I'm sure they've watched a few times, but compared to like some others that are more regular. So yeah, thank you so much. Seriously.
I got one. Thank you.
But yeah.
Let's,
hey, sorry,
let's
I wanted to celebrate that.
No, absolutely.
I think we need more quests that gives us title.
Yes. Maybe not necessarily total loser. Like I don't want.
Oh yeah, no, we want total. I want total loser. I want that.
But
every person who likes your stolen has to do a quest.
Hey, you take that back.
Your stolen, you get to call your stolen mommy, and then yeah. Yes, Square Enix.
See. I would hate Total Loser. I would absolutely run around for a month with the title Little Son.
I don't know.
By the way,
100%. I don't care.
I had to Google this because I couldn't remember if it was actually a title, but there's also another very awkward title that I don't think would be allowed in Final Fantasy 14, but in 11 you couldn't just click off food, right? You can click off food. I've told Paul this multiple times. You had to either wait for the time, or there was actually some enemies that would actually steal your food effect. So people, if you fought those enemies and you use food, people would slap you and tell you you're too rich and stop you expensive food because they use that move every like 5 minutes, so you're going to lose your food constantly. But there was also an NPC in 11 in Juno that if you talk to, he would increase his digestive magic skill because everyone would dub him the brown mage because he would make you magically lose your food buff when you clicked on him. But no, if you did it, if you got it up to 1.0, you got the title Brown Mage Guinea Pig. But then if you did it enough, eventually you got if he failed, he failed because he could fail. He could fail. He could fail, and there's a bit of a mess. You got the title Brown Magic Byproduct. So yeah.
God. Yeah, I would not want to run around with that title either. But like Little Son or something, I would absolutely do.
Because we don't get the titles. Like we literally got one title today, which was, I say today because I've literally just done the story. We get Trailblazer, which very cool, could be a really cool reference to HSR, which they're called the Trailblazer, which is pretty cool because they're also traveling between realms and stuff like that and universes. So I thought that's pretty cool. But we don't get many. We need more.
Imagine a collab with any any gacha game. It doesn't even have to be Hoyo, but like any gacha game outside of their own gacha games would be insane, and they shouldn't do it.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind Kefka's outfit from HSR. I wouldn't mind. Now, I wouldn't mind that. It's really good.
Yes.
But...
No, I agree. I would also absolutely take Castor's scythe for my Reaper.
Yeah. See,
So, like, I'm not opposed to it, but also, that would be interesting. Actually, let's call Mr. Square Enix and be like, I have a business opportunity for you. Would you be interested in a lot of money?
They get, your Stola to pull on, and we get outfits.
And with Evercode, imagine getting the animations from like Castor's animation as a Reaper.
Oh,
I mean, they talked
Okay.
about adding new animations, right? Or am I going crazy?
Yes. No, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm getting at. Like, imagine having like custom animations that have like the particle effects from like HSR or Honkai Impact or Wuthering Waves, for example. Like, there's so many pretty cool gacha games that have really cool animations and stuff off of. I don't mind having some of that in my Final Fantasy game. But I don't do that because
No, but I would like
amazing.
more like Oriental outfits
Yes.
and stuff like that. I would like to see in the game.
Sure.
But my brain can't comprehend the actual word for it. But I'm just going to say Oriental outfits. From like Japanese culture or Chinese culture, because we obviously have
Far
Chinese.
Eastern. Yeah, Far Eastern.
Far Eastern. That was it. Far Eastern. And
Oriental would be Fafnir. And
that's
like,
it. And we've already got some of them that came in. So
We could have more.
I wouldn't mind more.
We could have more.
we could always have
yes,
more.
always more.
Also, Square Enix, can we have better fucking raid gear than the raid gear we fucking get, or the currency gear, because it's so shit.
I haven't gotten the currency gear yet from the 11 raid, and I really need the dancer outfit because it's really cool. I haven't looked at the others.
I'm working on the paladin one because I actually like it, but I'm biased here because it's 11.
Like the currency gear, I think, that'd be really cool. Add some glow effect. Add some glow effects. We all love big glow effect.
I want to blind my teammates with how glowy I am,
Yes.
please.
Because look at was it? I was about to say asbestos, but look at like the raid here from was it Shadowbringers? No.
Oh,
Endwalker.
Endwalker, yeah, it was Endwalker. Yeah, look at their gear. That gear was in magnifique.
Fire.
Like
That
it was
fire,
absolute fire. Like even the currency gear was pretty fucking nice.
Yes, but
This
honestly,
one-
what I want for Evercold, if there would if I could choose any collab for Evercold that isn't Neo Genesis Evangelion, because I don't know, give us
Dragon
God
Ball.
of War. Just do God of War. You're already
God of War.
really just give me God of War Ragnarok as if there isn't an NPC, a grizzled old bald man that says boy at least once in Evercold, I might unsub for a month or two just to cope with that. Like, please, Koji, you or Kate or whoever's gonna do localization for Evercold, I don't know. Please, there is an obligation for the English localization. You have to include a grizzled old man with a beard saying boy at least one. You don't have to give that role to Christopher Judge, though I think you should.
Oh, I would love it.
Even if it is the only line that NPC says in the entire expansion, just do it for us.
I want it to be a big guy that's like a guard. He says, "Watch your mouth," and I'm like, "Yep,
Oh.
give him the Oscar." Everyone would like that character.
I want it to either be a really big one or a lot, just for the opposite effect. Like it has to be one or the other. It can't be a normal sized person. Like it has to be either really massive and tall or tiny. It can't be in between. Imagine a Lalafell with like a beard all the way down to his the floor and
boy. But to get to Evercold, we have to go for 7.5 and 7.56 in September, as we found out earlier. I like the story. I cannot wait for the finale. I love what they're doing. I cannot wait what Harmord has for us in store. I love what they were doing with her. Oh, it's going to be so good. Like, I wasn't that excited about the early patch for Dawn Trail. Like, I was.
It's still kind of dealing with like the Wicklamat stuff. and
Yeah.
it's a theme.
I mean,
it was kind of like
yeah.
still we weren't really getting pushed to new.
I'm sorry, they
Yeah.
didn't really change until 7.4. Again, I could be biased on that because of Malalas, but still, 7.4 was when things turned around for me. 7.3
Yeah.
was okay, but 7.4 was the best because I love 9. I love Lalafels because I'm a Lalafell. So 7.4 was those twins bear return in the future. I know someone said, "Oh, I hope they were never called." I hope not. As much as I want them back, I want them to be back in their own expansion. So wait until the next expansion if need
Sure.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already liked 7.3, even though I absolutely loathe Calic. I hate him. I hate him so much. But it's like the same hatred I have towards, or I have to Asahi. Not Fandaniel, but Asahi. Like, I hated that character as well. So I'm curious what they're doing with Calix, and I loved whoever pointed out that Calix is now basically just the mythological Ratatoska, because he's just the little squirrel who's talking shit all the time, running up and down Yggdrasil to talk shit, which is basically what Calix is doing now. So I'm curious what they're going to do with Calix. I hope we get to like kill him for good at some point. I don't want him to turn into the actual bad evil big guy at the end of Evercold. I want to deal with him on the side and just be rid of him at some point. But like, I enjoyed the last couple of patches, and it's getting better and better.
I think for Evercold, I think it might be what's her face, maybe. I can't remember. I literally saw her name. It was like the redhead girl with the green hair. Yeah. I think it's gonna be her kind of playing the role of Hela, because Evercold, again, it's very Norse, very obviously seeing the guy with one eye, old aura dude. It's like, man, that is feeling like
definitely
Odin,
not
like,
Odin.
Yeah, like that's the first one. It's like she could be like, Hela of Evercold and stuff like that.
But that doesn't quite fit her role in the convocation, though.
Yeah, because we have the was it the Winterers?
Yes.
The Winterers and the the Solstice,
the solstice
thing kind of happening. So you're like, okay.
I mean, I'm gonna assume that the solstice is basically just Ragnarok for the fourth. Like they're gonna call it Ragnarok basically on the fourth, or like it's gonna be similar to that, potentially, unless they're not going too hard on the Norse vibes, which, let's be honest here, they're gonna.
I hope so.
Which
sick.
I hope so too.
I mean, I'm calling the fact that the whole thing's going to be solved by having a version of I'm going to butcher it even though I know it. Yggdrasil, the life tree.
Yggdrasil, yes.
Yggdrasil, yeah.
That's going to be the whole final plot, because then that's going to somehow balance the world, so they don't. We're going to be Loki from season 2.
I'll watch.
I still need to watch season 2, so I don't get the reference. Okay. But yes,
fair enough. Yeah, we're Loki, ladies and gentlemen. We're Loki. Yep.
We're gonna be the Loki at season 2.
Nice. I want to see Halmarud become like basically what E12, the boss of E12 was, but like good. Like I want her to basically turn into the primal rage of nature and actually make go full on Mother Nature, but like unleashed as like the every nature disaster that you can think of, combined into one gigantic boss that is like, I'm going to enforce the rule of nature, which, hey, Soken, I have a really cool idea for a song that you could borrow. And I just want her to go ham on us with all weird effects, with hail, storm, floods, and just she could even go absolutely like 10 plagues, Christian mythology, like Christian religion stuff, and go ham on that. I don't know. I just want her to be really, really badass in the end, and not just be like a pushover, which she seems to be right now. But I feel like if she go mad, she go mad.
I mean, Mother Nature's always had a bitch side. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would like to see that as well. Like she just becomes like this all like fucking druid. I think. Also, I kind of wish that we had a class like that about nature magic, because I think that would be sick. Being that I've been playing a druid in WoW, and I've been really.
I don't know what you're talking about. Conjurer is literally the nature. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That
Oh
that's the thing.
yes,
That is
yes,
so
that they
funny.
lost. I was, oh, we got
Yes.
glare. Oh, look at my glare. No stones for you. Oh yeah.
Blood for the
It
blood
is. It
lily.
is so.
It's
Yeah.
just
It is
oh
so
look at
funny
different
that
lily. There's no like cute
it is.
flowers.
What Whoopsie said in chat basically. I miss Earth. It is so funny to me that they went from this nature caster that has wind and water. Remember Fluidor? And Earth and all of those elemental type magics, and now we're like white, like literally a white mage,
White.
like white magic. And I'm like, I
I just want to be
wish we could
conjurer
go
man.
back. I wish we could go back a little bit and be like an actual elementalist, basically,
Yeah, that'd be
because
pretty.
we've lost that so hard.
But yeah, no,
But
I do like it that we've unlocked Azim's crystal, being that we are Azim, I suppose like a shard of Azim, and now we have this like the way they portrayed us traveling and how it's like this is your path, this is
Yeah.
your like fate, and you must not be scared to do your fate. This is your job. You go.
Mhm.
I thought that was fucking excellent. I was like, okay, because we didn't see much of us in this expansion because it was all about Taral, all about us basically helping this Taral stuff, which is understandable for like we just cut off Endwalker, a fucking 10-year era of just awesomeness that was all behind us and all that and all about Eorzea, to then come help Taral and stuff like that. Yeah, nice downtime where it wasn't all about us. It was just about this world. Yeah, could have been betterly done, possibly, but this is what it is. They're now pushing this in kind of a cool, nice direction we want to see, where it's back to our character kind of unlocking the key of travel. But so far, it's just been us, so I don't know how we're going to get our rest of our buddy.
I think that's what we're gonna do in 756. Figuring out how we actually, because we have used it once so far now, and I think we used it subconsciously more than anything else. Like we don't yet have true control over the key.
That ship is how we're going to be, right? We've seen the ship in the trailer, so we're going to somehow connect what we do with that ship, and that's how it's going to happen. Maybe because we're on the ship. Maybe because we're on the ship and we're moving the ship through the thing. That's how we transport people.
Maybe I don't know yet.
We go around because of that. And no,
I mean, we also still have to figure out like the issue I still have, hope they will actually, is we know someone who theoretically is still alive and would know how to short travel. But sadly, Gaia is stuck in Eden raids and can't tell us because she's not part of the MSQ.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
wouldn't Graha know as well?
Yeah, but he has to use the tower and all of that. So I don't know if we can do it with the tower.
I mean, the thing is, if we know from here, we can eventually adapt it into something else.
Sure.
Like, you got to remember, this is also the universe where, in the future, wasn't it that I was reading a comment where I read it, the fact that in one of the dungeon fights, technically, not Sid himself, but like the group that he has, the Ironworks.
Yes.
In the future, eventually invented a time traveling robot based on Omega. Like, give us some time. We can move universes. Literally,
that's just the twinning. Yeah, the Typhoon is a amalgamation of Alexander and Omega, which is why he's using abilities from both.
Yeah, we invented a primal time traveling robot.
Not even
with some scraps.
Not even as the future generations of Ironworks. Not even Sid, because I think theoretically Sid died in the alternate time.
Yeah, but it was his company. Like I said, I don't think Sid was around, but like it's still his his company.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a very I don't think the word pessimistic. I don't think that's the right word for it. But I want our teleportation stuff to have a limit on who we can take.
I mean, it was supposed to have a limit anyway, right? So wasn't it like, you can only use this one time or something? Right?
No.
Oh yeah. Remember when we once lived, you only have this one shot, then it just brings up all your friends back alive.
So the one-time thing was using it. So the one-time thing you're talking about is Venar/Heidelin saying, "Hey, imbue it with a special spell, but you can only use that one," and that we used to summon Hades, Emetzelk, and Tiflodea.
Yeah, and then they kind of like brought our friends back and said, "Hey, have fun."
Yeah,
we haven't got long left.
Yeah, and that meant like we can still use the
Travel.
stone as often as we want to, but like the imbued super MacGuffin magic was getting Hades
So we only got
and
MacGuffin
Hideo
magic.
back.
We haven't got.
Exactly.
But
It's
because
like-
I don't want all the science. I don't want all the science there. I don't.
No, please don't. We need a break.
that's
from
because-
as much as I want to say I really wish I was hoping that just like Paul that we didn't bring all the scions to Dawn Trail. Like
I thought Dawn Trail was supposed to be, when we're doing our own shit away from the Scions, they're all going to go do their own shit.
Like I don't mind if
Yeah.
they brought them back with each patch. Like give them spotlights in each patch. Like I don't mind that. But I would have rather some of the newer scions, some of the newer scions stay with us. Like maybe have Estinian because we haven't really I know he's been around, but has he really been
Raha,
around?
Estilian, Cryal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like those three should have just been a given, and the rest of them should have fucked off.
Yeah, and they should have maybe come back
Because-
in patch.
We literally said, "Oh, we are retiring the Scions, so everyone go do your own." The twins go off and help the Garlean people. Yestola go research how to get into go see your cat daddy or whatever.
Just to call them
Iriange do fucking Iriange thing with the Loperate, and Thancred probably go with Yestola because he wants to go see his like child.
Yeah, both
And stuff like that, and then just have have the go off with us Taral, and we help do Taral stuff. That's what should have happened.
Have
but
your
instead,
actually, have your RJ and Thancred come with us on the boat, but then they just spend the entire expansion on the beach.
Yes.
just have a holiday. Yeah, but I think that's
Technically
what
they're
should
there,
have
they're
happened.
just not there.
Because I feel like we've over Scion too much.
Yeah.
I know that the face of 14 is technically Yestola because everyone likes fucking Yestola for some reason. Every collab
Because
with any
she
other
is
face
the
is
best.
Yestola. Fair enough. Yeah. Everyone likes their cat pussy or whatever. So it's like, okay, but let's just not have her for an expansion.
I mean, yeah.
And go check on her in a patch and like, oh, what research have you come from of the whole jumping from shard to shard? And then she was like, oh, I've actually got quite a lot of stuff. Oh, you found a new key. Oh, I'll help you research that.
And make her
would
more
have been
Matoya
better.
like outfit wise as well. I know everyone will hate that because they like her in different outfits, but give her Matora's old lady outfit. Do it, Square.
Make her
That'd be
old.
so cute.
That would be so funny. See, I know that they can't do it because it's an MMO. They kind of need to make sure that everyone is on the same in some regards. But imagine for a moment the wonderland of imagination if you could pick and choose which scion bring in Evercold. It would still end at the same way, obviously, but like they let you choose who to bring, and you actually have like the story the scions want to have with. I would love that. Give me that. Because Paul is our resident person who likes Grahatia and hates Yestola. I'm the opposite. I'm the anti-Paul.
I don't like Grahatia. I like literally none of the Scion ever since. I feel Uriange, his story was like really well done, but my favorite Scion at the time, I don't think she even was a Scion, was Moonbreeder. And then when Moonbreeder went, I never found a Scion that I really kind of connected with.
Yeah.
And so I've been like, oh yeah. And then they started bringing in. That's why I was like, they brought in Graha, and then I think he should stay with us because one, we promised because at part of the story where he came out of Tower, to take on into adventures.
Yeah, we did that now, so I can just leave him home and don't have to deal with.
For me, I want more Cryo in the main story, but that's only just because I keep getting sick of being promised more Cryo for the main story. I just want one expansion where they promise Cryo as the main character for the story, and then they give her the main story. Once it happens, once I'm fine.
Please.
That's all I care about. I just want to stop being like, this expansion's all about Cryo. Two cutscenes later, well, Cryo's gone. Okay.
There you go. She saw her family. There you go. Job done, and that's her story.
So can I just get one where you? I don't care if it's. I don't want it more than one. I'm not that greedy. Just give me one where you actually give her the story.
Yeah, no, she deserves some more of a spotlight. Definitely, she deserved more of a spotlight for Dawn Trail. Just entirely. I don't know how they not messed it up necessarily, but just left her behind somewhat. It's a shame. And yes, oh my god, Kryle's part in Endwalker still amazes me because they forgot to put her on the fucking poster.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're like, this is Kryle's story. Oh, by the way, we forgot she exists. Okay.
We're not putting her on the poster. Instead, we're putting fucking Xenos on the poster. Oh, it should have been her.
It should have been
With
her.
his scythe. That would have been cool, but no.
Hey, I'm hoping we can get his cipher as we saw it in his expansion where Clee just brought it down. I was like, oh, can we get that as like a glam? That'd be pretty cool.
I hate that. That is the one part that I hated about Patch. Why do you have to bring his scythe back? Why do you have to bring anything back related? He's dead. He's gone. Please don't give people hope, because I really, really do not want to have to deal with more.
I will say, let's just say he was going to be in the expansion. Let's just say he was going to be in the expansion and they were leading up to it. I'm going to tell you now, after NA FanFest, they probably deleted him and remade his role after how annoyed OGP was after all the questions during the Q&A. Like, even if he was a key character of the expansion for Evercold, he's probably got removed now. We're replaced with Steve or whatever.
Steve!
It's not Xenos anymore, it is Sonos.
Xenos, whoopsie. Yeah, because they're like, someone like, oh, can we get longer hair? And he's like, oh, that'd be, yeah, it might clip. And then someone was, they're like, oh, but Xenos had long hair. But they're like, I hate you, Xenos. And then like later on, it's like, oh, the big butts. Well, I'm gonna, now that we've done the graphics update, I'll go talk to the graphics team and maybe we'll add. But you know, it's gonna clip in with your weapons. Are you sure you want that? And then someone shouted out, but Xenos had it. So yeah, after that panel, he probably hates Xenos so much that even if he was a key component, he has been scrapped.
Oh God, I wish I could only be so lucky.
Steve is now his replacement.
Steve!
But if there's anyone called Steve in the expansion, I have no actual reference. I just want to make sure that nobody knows I don't know anything. Okay, I just want to clear it up in case. Because this is why I don't like talking about pretending about leaks and talking about story plots. Because if it happens, Paul will be here like, oh look, Chili leaked it. And most of the time, I'm just guessing, just like you.
Naturally leaks. Not being the allegation, but yeah, no, I like it. It's definitely interesting. I hope, because again, you're saying like, oh, we're gonna make a ship and it's gonna like interact and we can go. But I really hope we don't. I really hope we don't. I was like, hey, let's just bring these scions and we're off, and those scions can worry about what the hell they're doing. Have fun.
I mean, I'm sorry to say, but bringing your Strilla to something kind of makes sense if you're shard hopping, because that's what she wants to do, and she might have the most idea of how to do that and how to work the key in the first place, because she can actually see what the hell is going on with the key. Do I think that we should bring her, even as someone who loves her? I also would like to have new characters and just go on an adventure by ourselves, maybe pick up new friends on the fort, and then every once in a while go back and be like, hey guys, like, how about we just summon the scions to help us during dungeons or trials, and be like Estinian shows up drenched in blood because he was at Tyrell somewhere killing whatever the hell, and Orion J is in his pajamas, in his pajamas or whatever, loungewear, because he was like hanging out with the pixies, whatever. Like, I would love if that was the extent of how we are dealing with the scions. If it literally was just like, hey, you do your thing for a while, I'm gonna be over there and I'm gonna call you if I need to. But let's be honest, I only need you because the game forces me to have 8 players for this trial. I could solo them if I wanted to, but like Yoshi P is like, this is an MMO after all. That's my hope, but we're not getting that obvious.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna be.
I'm still looking forward to Evercold. Look, I don't know what we're gonna do in the next patch, apart from maybe figuring out how the key works and maybe getting the chance to jump over to a different shot just as a test. Like, I would love if we.
I mean, technically, we did that, obviously, but. In like, what, do you mean like
taking someone
with us? Yeah.
I mean,
like,
if we do that,
flesh
then
and blood.
Obviously we're going to test and we're going to try and jump to, Stolar's Cat Daddy Land, Bryn and Guy.
I mean, we can already do that, but yeah, taking them along. Yeah.
Again, that's the thing. Like, we can already do that, which means like we already have that to the first. Can still jump back and forth without a problem. But as you said earlier, taking someone with us is currently the problem that we're having. So testing a already established connection that we know we can get to, but adding the problem of taking someone with us could be something we do for the next patch, especially since it's on a different shard. Like
No, but
either
just take their soul again.
yeah, like take your stroller, take Thancred so you can see Reen again, to go to the first for a little bit for like one or quest, and then do the same thing with the 13. Like take like jump from the first to the 13 immediately to see if that works. So to see if we can jump from shard to shard without having to go back, and then like have Reen talk to Xena. Gee, Zero for a moment. No, no Xenos. And have Reen talk to Zero for a moment. That should like what I want to do, and my dream for Evercold is we are Unite Shard. We're actually doing basically building a rainbow bridge between the remaining shards, and that's how we are stabilizing where they are and stabilizing their position and keeping them as separate entities as a kind of Norse mythology 9 realms situation. And we are
Yes,
we're literally building a rainbow bridge between the shards, and obviously only certain people will be able to jump, but potentially we could like eventually, like 5 expansions down the line, have people actively be able to jump from different shards themselves, and also use those rainbow bridges to not neutralize but like balance out the etherical imbalances between the shards, to like fix the ones that are broken. Like that is my hope. Like, I don't think we're gonna end up at the end of Evercold with only source of shards anymore. That would be, or like at the end of the next arc. I'm thinking that the shards are still going to exist. We're just gonna fix their realignment with the source.
I don't know, Wobbsy's put somehow we managed to find a way to stabilize the shards without merging, or we do, and Final Fantasy 17 is the new MMO. Yeah,
I mean,
the
way you talk, Chris, the best way, that would be the greatest way to end the, like, once they, like, if they got these merged, and then we have all these expansions where, like, we're all like that, then it would be the greatest way to end, like, the finale of the, you know, when they decide, oh, this is the final expansion, have a boss that is, like, multi-dimensional, like, in between. That'd be the, yeah, of course, I would save that to be, like, as I said, the final expansion of the game. Oh, but yeah, I'm excited to see where we go with at the end of this. Yeah, and I also I still think Eden's going to be involved somehow. I would love if the reason why Shadowbringers is being added to the free trial is also because they're going to make it so that the Alliance raid for Shadowbringers, not Alliance raid, the normal raid is required for Endwalker.
Mandatory. Ooh, that would be so.
Because that way they can bring Gaia into the story.
I would like, again. I want that to happen. I wish they could bring Gaia into the MSQ. Bring I always forget her name. The Elysian woman in Starium. The basically the fuck, what's her name? I'm actually gonna look at because my brain is not functioning. The one that was the actual Shadow Walker. What's her name? Starts with a C. I forgot her name. I'm in the game right now. I'm going literally.
I'm running there right now as we speak.
No, actually, I'm doing that because I can't remember her name. I'm so bad with names and I hate it.
Same.
I like how I Googled Shadow Walker and it's like Google AI is like, do you mean ninja?
No. Cilia.
That's it.
Like I want them to take Cilia and Unukal have her, because they're both on the first right now, and add them to the MSQ as well, because guess what? Another 2 people who have traveled the shard maybe know how to travel the shard. Please, in case you forgot who they are, screenshot, drop them in
I remember one being in like a hood, right? He was kind of shortish and hoodie. I think that's Yukihara, right? I think he was, yeah. I think I remember. Yay, okay. He didn't have a hood.
Yeah, like Cilia is the one that you get if you do all of the role quests in Shadowbringers. You get to talk to her and find out that she was actually the secret spy in the group of the Warrior of Light who was supposed to foil their plans, and was the one who was put in there by the ASEAN to stop, like, first urge them on and help them, but then eventually foil their plans and kill them. She's the one who turns into the giant dog in the Eden Raid E10, which is why she's an Elysium, and Elysium on the first have like this whole werewolf thing. Or I want her in the MSQ as well. It's basically what I'm saying. Because it would be really, really cool. And yes, Gaia as well. Please, for the love of God, add Gaia and Reen.
I mean, there's got to be a reason why they promoted Gaia recently with stuff like Dissidia. Like that was a weird choice for them to pick for like a like. So there's got to be something.
It is the weirdest. I mean, I guess it might also be because Nomura and it's his character. Like he originally designed Gaia, and isn't he in charge of Dissidia?
Okay.
Like maybe that might just be it. That he's like, hey, that's my character. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Puts her into Dissidia because why not?
I know it was done by Team Ninja, so I don't think it's anything to do with. Nomura desire to spin to make a So Nomura's idea originally. So that might be why.
Yeah, potentially. But I hope they bring her back into the MSQ because God, I liked her, especially after finding out like all of the stuff with her. And also, I just want our two lesbians to be happy and do their story, have their dads be just retired and making sure that they're okay.
You mean dads? You're on Jan Fancred.
Yes. No. I said it. Yeah. It might not have come across on Discord.
I thought you said dad. Sorry.
No, dads. Both their dad. Like our wonderful teenage lesbians and their dads, plural. I want all four of them to just no, absolutely. I want the four of them to just have an actual vacation in Tural, drink margaritas for the dads, and the girls can hang out at the beach or whatever.
Versions, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Mocktail versions.
And yes, Gaia is the only Ascian who's actually on our side, like actively on our side, which is interesting. And I could also see them going the route where Halmarut is like, oh, I guess like once we prove to her that it is possible to save the shards differently, maybe she can join us as well. No, maybe we meet up.
I mean, we need more auras, so yes, please.
Yeah.
We need more auras. We need more Lalafels. We need more Rogadin.
I could also see us interface with more Ascians that had been reestablished. Like we haven't seen Emerald in literally a decade.
I do say I don't think we're going to. A lot of people are worried about too many Ascians, but I don't think they're going to beat the Windjers. I think the Windjers are going to be a load of different things. So I don't think there's going to be that many Ascians.
Didn't Calyx say that he was a Winterer?
Yeah,
and then he beat.
He's a Winterer, yes, but not an Ascian.
But now he is not no more. So there's not many Ascians though, because most of them fucking died out.
Well, that's the thing. They could have technically re-raised all but the Unsunder between us killing them, like killing the Sundered Ascian, then killing Hades and Elidibus. Jesus, my brain is not working. I apologize. So like they can just get them back up. Like,
and they can get them from shards, right? Technically, because of what you call it. We were talking about him earlier, Ashi, right? The guy from Asahi. Like technically because he was a shard of a previous one, they were able to turn him into. So if there's there's still shards of Ascians still around, probably that they could probably lift up into their Ascian form.
True.
In theory, they won't be the full one, but in theory they could still do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need the full ones. Like Gaia isn't a full
semi-skinned Ascian.
Semi-skinned Ascian.
Like Gaia is also only the shard of her from the first. And yes, he never got turned into Fandaniel because he refused.
But he could in theory, right? He got offered the seat.
He remembers everything. He specifically also remembers having been what's his name from the Crystal Tower raid.
But once you go Xenos' love boy, you never go back, right?
Sure.
Sure.
That's now stuck into my brain. Thank you. Why am I so bad with names tonight?
I mean names.
What was the boss at Circus Tower? Our dear.
Well, now we're talking about
the Fandaniel prior incarnation that he remembered. That was during that was Fandaniel's form before.
I have to step away for a second, but I'm on.
I'm on. Thank you. Thank you. Like our quote unquote our Fandania that we had to deal with during Endwalk specifically remembered Armand well, which is part of the reason why he refused to become Fandaniel. And yes, just because we have Azam's crystal doesn't mean now
we just have their memories, kind of. We don't even have that.
Yes.
We just have some of his magics.
Yes, we have some of their magics.
I don't think they'd want us to be a Zem because then it ruins our player identity.
Correct.
Anyway.
Which means that some people are, some players, me included, are probably going to be like, we are a Zem now. It's just not actively said. And there will be players who are like, my warrior like fucking hates a Zem and doesn't want to do anything with them. You're my very, which is why it's well.
Anyway, we really should start wrapping up because we're over the hour that we do. But I would love to have you back on to talk more lore stuff and more actual planned lore stuff in the future, Chris. You know, have an actual lore episode. I think folk would like that. Like where we actually have everything planned, so we're not randomly trying to remember names that we don't remember.
Please. Also, I will say, if you bring me on for an actual lore episode, 1 hour is not going to be enough. Otherwise, you have.
If we do that, we'll make it a longer episode. We'll actually like.
What do you mean? We'll just do it live at FanFest. What do you mean? We'll do a podcast at FanFest because we're all going to FanFest.
I mean, not gonna lie, I don't hate the idea.
I mean, we did a live Phoenix Down radio, remember, at FanFest. We ended up fist bumping Yoshi P in that. They walked past us while we were doing the podcast. But like, that was.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind finding a quiet place, hanging out, talking for like 5. That would be
How
crazy.
would we set it up?
But also very fun. I don't know.
Yeah, it would need like a laptop. Decent-ish.
I mean, I'm bringing my laptop. If you think I'm gonna be like, my vacation is gonna be like at least a week on the go. If you think I'm not gonna bring at least my laptop, you're wrong. Don't know me well.
I mean,
I can smuggle my microphone.
I mean, smuggle. You don't have to fucking smuggle anything.
Well, like try and like work out where I'm gonna fit it.
Okay.
I mean, I will have a giant bag because I'm not flying to FanFest, so
I'm also flying.
Should bring at least. No, I'm not flying is the thing.
Oh, you're not flying? Well, I'm hoping I'm flying, but about my medical issues about it, I might be getting the fucking train to Berlin.
I will
I'm jealous, actually. I would love that.
I won't. Do you know why? Because there's no direct one. There is no direct one going from London to Berlin. No. There's going to be like, I would have to go to, I think
probably France. I know France to Berlin.
No, it's there's one that goes to Germany, but it's like you have to get off at like Brussels, and it's like not Frankfurt, is it Cologne?
Sure, Cologne is also possible.
Yeah, Cologne or Dortmund, and I'd have to get there and go from there to Berlin. Yeah. But it's also really early in the morning.
I mean, my flight's leaving at 6 a.m. So
it would be like I'd have to get into London for 6 a.m.
I recently booked my ticket, and whatever trip is not going to be mine because it take 40+ hours.
Yeah, there was a few that they're like, oh, you can pay £180, but you're going to be flying for 36 hours. I'm like, no, I'm good. No, I'm paying more. I don't want.
Mine is just I'm going to be flying for 3 hours and that's it.
Because I hate flying. I hate flying and I don't want to fly. There aren't any good train connections that I can take. So I
have a severe nut allergy, so I also hate flying.
Yeah, that one, but I understand. Yeah. For me, it would be anxiety and panic attacks to deal with 1,000 feet in the 10 kilometers in the air. Like,
so
no,
I said I'll never forget the time I went to Wisconsin, and I was on the flight there, and the first flight I had a priest, and then I had a nun on the connection.
Oh, interesting.
Right sat next to me the entire time. Like I'm like scared. Like have I got this because I'm going to be dying in this? And like I'm supposed to confess beforehand? Is this supposed to be a sign?
Yes, but no. Like I would absolutely love a lore podcast at some point. I will plan to be ready to record whatever the hell you want me to during FanFest, even if we don't do it. But absolutely, because
I would suggest if we do a lore podcast, it's probably going to be at the end.
Sure.
That way we'll.
I mean, it should definitely be
at the end of fun.
Yeah. Well, it should either be around FanFest because we're literally on top of each other, basically.
Yeah.
Or it should be after 7.5, like after we're done with the story 4. Like I don't know, which I'm fine with.
But anyway, Chris, where can they find you?
Yes.
What do you do?
Technically,
shout-outs?
I can be found nowhere, but not doing any content creation. I don't want to say anymore, but currently, but otherwise, I'm usually Chris Laverne everywhere ish where I can be found, which is mostly Blue Sky, reposting video game stuff and cat pictures because that's all I need in my life on the internet. And otherwise, I'm now part of the industry. Yay! So I'm doing a lot that I cannot talk about because I'm now doing LQA testing for
He's now
different
under
video
oath.
games.
He's now under oath.
Kinda.
Can't say anything.
Being under oath might be less severe than being under NDA. Let's be honest.
If you say anything, you may get killed for your actions against the company.
No, I'm getting sued, which is the worst.
Years in debt.
But no, I spent most of my time still playing video games, but now I'm getting paid to do that. It's wonderful.
Nice.
And yeah, shout out to all the wonderful people who always have wonderful podcasts. I'm going to shout out my entire static because they are amazing, and we're still going through Uber right now, and I can't wait for us to actually clear it. And last but not least, I'm going to shout out Rookery because I'm also going to see her at FanFest, and I can't wait.
Oh,
Yeah, she's promised me a hug, so I'm looking forward to it.
You're gonna have to join the hug that I will give her because it's gonna start when I see her and it's gonna end when we leave. No.
I'm hoping that she will be able to get to FanFest because I know that she's having some hard times with her spouse about the whole job thing. Hope everything goes well for her.
Shout. I don't we're not a job agency and we don't really have any connections that move around. But if you do need someone that is a good programmer, Rook's husband's been having trouble finding a job recently, so please think about contacting Rookery on Twitter. We're not a job post, but I would like to. She is a lovely individual, and I've been able to meet up with her in the past. Me and Paul met her at FanFest, so I wish her she is a bright spark in this community and just in general. So please, again, I have no connections. We have no connections, but if anyone listens to this somehow and has anything to do with that, please think about contacting them. So yeah, please. Lovely individual.
I mean, I know that she will be at FanFest because she's saying the PvP panel again. So she will be there, definitely. Which I always find amazing that she's invited to the EU FanFest to host PvP and not to the NA one to host PvP. But I'm not going to complain. But no.
We're not going to complain because we're EU.
She gets a free ticket to Europe and I get the chance to meet her. So win-win.
It's her and Liffey, right? I think they are also.
Yeah. But Liffey has the big advantage of living in Berlin.
That's fair.
So like he could walk to the convention.
Yeah, I actually been watching their streams because they stream a lot of WoW and stuff like that. So
shout out to Liffey as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, Liffey's awesome.
Also, shout out to the upcoming wonderful hosts for the race award for dancing. Man, we're gonna under 2. I can't wait.
Indeed.
I actually have the week off, so I can just lay in bed on my laptop and watch people suffer through Kafka Ultimate. That is my plan for the entire week. I'm just gonna wake up in the morning, and by morning I mean afternoon, and just watch people lose their mind over Kafka Ultimate. I can't wait. That's my last shout out for today.
For today.
I look forward to seeing all those wonderful people that will be shoutcasting and doing the race as well. I'm excited to see who eventually starts doing the commentary.
Yes,
so. It's me.
That's cool. I mean, I don't know if it still is, but Frosty was looking for people to apply for doing commentary for it. So I don't know if the applications are over yet, but yeah, there was a tweet sent out that he was looking for people to apply. So I know I suggested.
Might have to look into that because now I have free time.
So yeah, if you do want to have a chance to apply, again, I don't know if it's still open. It probably is, but yeah, they were looking for people.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I'd like to shout Frosty for everything he's doing for the community as well. Like it's really cool what he does for the world first stuff. It's insane the amount of love and effort he puts into it. As always, I want to shout to Chris. Thank you so much for joining us. You were a lovely guest to have on, and we hope to have you back soon. Again, sorry it was such a late ask, but like there was a bit of a switch up, and the person that was going to be on here wasn't able to make it. So thank you so much.
No worries. I always am happy to join. I'm still a little bit annoyed by my setup that I have, but as long as I don't sound absolutely horrendous on the podcast, I'm happy to join whenever, and it was very fun. Can't wait to join again.
Yeah. And as always, just shout out to everyone. Thank you so much. Remember, you can find me on MG_Chili on Twitter. You can find me here on Moogle on Radio Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can also find me on Holified Zane Gaming on YouTube, and you can find my articles on psu.com.
And remind to save. Yeah, we shall save.
And Paul.
Save. Yeah. You can find me on Paul_Barnard where I just do a lot of just random shit between Final Fantasy 14 and Warhammer 40k. And maybe in the near future after FanFest, I will be sitting on stream painting Speed Freak. So that should be interesting. But for all that, I'm on Moogle Around on weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Even though Monday's not technically a weekend, but I do random stuff with my friend Nikki. Also, shout out to everyone. Shout out to again Chris, because obviously it's at FanFest, and Chris for coming on the show at last minute. Absolutely lovely person to have on, because they do a lot more about Final Fantasy than I do. And with that, I did just finish the story, and I thought the story was pretty decent today. Yeah, nice. And now I know where the meme comes. Even though I thought he was going to be the last boss, but he wasn't the last boss. Is it Tube?
Short.
Short. That's it. Short. Yeah, I thought, yeah, he's going to be the last boss, right? And no, he's like the second to last boss. Like, okay. All right, fair enough. So yeah, I think it's great.
I'm so glad you found it today, Paul. It's about time.
It's like I was like I scroll through Twitter and it's like, oh, what the hell is all this? It's like, oh, it's just a boss of I was like, oh, okay. So it's like, what, last boss or some shit? And I was like, it wasn't last boss, but he's cool though. Cool mechanics in him as well. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree full-heartedly.
Good. I enjoy it. Fun game. And to this day, we all say good night. And again, thank you to Carpan for the subby wubbies, and to everyone who makes it and listens to the podcast and has gave us. Thank you, because all that will be going to FanFest, and hopefully I'll be able to get to FanFest. I say hopefully. If
You'll
not,
probably be paying for our food at FanFest with the money. It's probably what's going to be.
It's going to be a very long travel. If I don't get to take a plane because of medical needs, then it will just be me taking a lot of trains and having to leave early.
Well, I said I'm having to leave the night before because there's no trains that go at the time I fly. So I'm having to leave at 6 p.m. I'm going to arrive in York at 8. I'm going to spend some time in York, and then I'm going to get York to Manchester, and then I'm going to have to sit in Manchester for 4 hours.
Oh, you're going to be sitting in the airport, right, for like 4 hours.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I've got some points on a card that I can technically use towards, one of the room thing in Manchester. You know, the what you call it? The things that you have before flight sometimes for the rich.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, because I haven't flown in over 10 years and I have never been rich.
No, but that normally is like not really for the rich people, but they're normally associated. Yeah, they're normally associated with rich people, even though most of the time, in reality, if you just book early enough, it's not really. Like, it's just it's always such a status symbol in the UK that you went into the fancy waiting room, when in reality it's like,
I know. Yeah.
You know what I mean? In reality it's like £15. But like everyone's like, oh no, that man's rich.
Oh no.
He went into the room with chairs. How dare he?
The lounge, yeah.
That's it, yeah, lounge.
The VIP lounge.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've got some points where I can technically get in there for free. So, because the lounge itself is like 25 quid, but I wish look. Well, I am going to be coming up for some money end of the year, but not for good reason. So, I don't want to talk more about it because I don't have the money. So, but there will be some money in my account at the end of the year, which is going to go out to pay some bills. I'm not going to lie. Most of the money that I'm going to be getting, it will be gone. But yeah. But no, I can't. I don't want to talk about it on stream because it's kind of depressing. Reasons why. Perhaps you can buy an extra plate. Now we're talking. No, I can't.
No.
That's madness. Plus, why would I need extra? Look, by having one plate, it forces me to wash it. I don't even have a freezer. I would want to get a freezer before I got a dish or a door lock. Man, don't talk about the fact that how long it took 2 days for my door to be fixed by the landlord after the bomb lock broke down. I had a door that wouldn't unlock. That wouldn't lock for 2 days. God. I still have wood in my bathroom from 1.5 years ago when they pulled off some wool. And they said, "Oh, we'll pick it up." It's still there, still right in the corner.
Sure. Let's get a hair off you.
I've got so many socks, Wopsy.
It's getting very late. Now we're just
late and early.
Anyway, We're going to end here because we're rambling, but like, we're talking to me anyway. But please go check out Mioni. Mioni is probably one of the best Final Fantasy 14 content creators out there. I feel like we'll agree on that, right? They bring so much good news. They're a beacon of positivity. They bring out all different types of questions and art. They are one of the best YouTubers when it comes to all different types of Final Fantasy 14 content. Like, if you want to know about glamours, you want to know about gold saucer stuff, please go check out Mioni.
Why are we plugging you? Because you're awesome.
Because you're here.
Take the compliment. Take the love.
Plug your... our guest doesn't make content, so...
Yeah, and I have been plugged multiple times already.
We did already mention them earlier as well.
No.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. It is like...
Anyway, bye-bye. Bye, thank you. I'm going to end the podcast. Bye. Bye. We're not in the stream yet, but bye. Don't leave. Bye.